Hello, my name is Brady Ross. I am the president of ICF Arkansas, Oklahoma, and today I want to introduce you to the ICF's 8 core competencies. So the ICF originally developed a list of competencies in 1998, and the list was revised and updated in 2019, so within the past 3 or 4 years. The purpose of this list of competencies is to promote a better shared understanding between coaches and the clients who they serve about what we're talking about when we talk about professional coaching. Each of these competencies reflects a value or a practice or a standard that we have agreed as ICF coaches to uphold within all of our coaching conversations and our coaching relationships. In fact, each coach who has an ICF credential has submitted a recording of a coaching conversation to be evaluated by a professional assessor to determine whether or not these competencies are being followed in our coaching conversations. Now, just to clarify, that doesn't mean that every single ICF coach that you talk with is going to have the exact same approach inside of their coaching, but it does mean that we have all practiced and agreed to adhere to these competencies in all of our coaching relationships. So there's 8 total on the list. In this video, I'm only going to tell you about the first one, but over time we plan to create videos to dive deeper into each of these 8 core competencies. The first core competency on the list of 8 involves demonstrating an ethical practice. And so essentially what this means is that as ICF credentialed coaches, we strive to uphold the highest levels of honesty and integrity and respect inside each of our coaching relationships. There are a couple facets to this. One of them is that we strongly value confidentiality. We want the clients who we work with to feel safe sharing anything that comes to mind with us, knowing that we are not going to take that information and distribute it to people who are not a part of that conversation. And so just to get practical here, one of the things that I like to do when I have coaching conversations, and I do most of my coaching virtually, is I like to describe the environment that I'm in and let clients know if there might be anyone who accidentally or unintentionally comes into the conversation. So if I'm working from my home office, I might say, one of my kids may wander into the room or my wife may pass through, but they're not going to linger, they're not going to listen in. Or if I'm in a public place, I'll say, you may see someone walking behind me on video during our conversation, but I have headphones in and they're not going to hear anything that you say. So confidentiality is a big piece of this core competency. Another big piece of this is the idea that we want to honor all people. We want to not assume that we know everything about their background or their context or the way that we see the world. A big part of being an ICF credentialed coach is recognizing that coaching is not about providing solutions or answers. It's about the manner in which we lead the conversation and empower our coachees to have new thoughts and develop their own solutions to their problems. And so with that in mind, we don't assume that we have all of the answers. We don't assume that we have a full and complete understanding of what our clients have been through. And so we want to honor and respect different perspectives, even if they, come into contrast with our own. We feel like this is very important, not just for the coaching relationship, but even just as a way of honoring people. And so this is something that we take very seriously in our coaching. The last piece of this is that we all strive to uphold the ICF code of ethics inside of our coaching relationships. You can learn more about that on the ICF's website. But again, a lot of that comes back to demonstrating integrity and respect in all of our relationships with coachees, with different stakeholders that may play a role in the process, and even with the community as a whole as we seek to represent the ICF and represent the industry of professional coaching. Thanks for watching this video. As time goes on, we will create additional videos to tell you more about the other core competencies that we haven't addressed today, and I will link the full list of competencies in the description of this video so that you can learn more about them as well.